Hello and welcome to my channel if you're new around here. If you're not, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing another Create a Sim video, and this is a part of a series that I've been doing on my channel where I'm making over different EA townies, and I'm kind of trying to keep their essence, keep their vibe, most importantly keep their genetics for the most part, to keep them the same, but just kind of make them a bit more in my style and kind of how I think that they would be improved a bit. So I have done a few of these now. Like I said, the first one I did was the Pancakes family, and then the last one I did was the Goth family, and that's actually it so far. So we still have a lot of other families and different townies to go through. So if you ever have any families or any sims you'd like to see me make over, let me know and I'll definitely be happy to do that. I'm just kind of going through, we've already done like 2 of the families in Willow Creek. I'm just kind of going through some of the most basic, I don't want to, that sounds mean, but like some of the older EA townies. I mean, to be fair, these 2 that I'm working on, or this one right here that I'm working on, the Caliente family, which, by the way, I didn't mention it, but we're making over the Caliente family. I mean, it's in the title, and in the thumbnail, but we are making over the Caliente family, plus one Don Lothario. But I was gonna say that for this video, well, for some of the families, like with the Caliente family and also with the Goth family, these are actually sims that have already been refreshed, had an update by EA. So, and to be honest, maybe I just haven't played with the Caliente family in forever, but I feel like I don't remember. I definitely remember hearing about the Goth family update, but I don't remember there being a Caliente family update, and I just don't think I ever played with this family. To be fair, I don't play with a lot of the EA townies, but I feel like for me, the Caliente family, I'm not as attached to them. I feel like my favorite, if you would ask what my favorite kind of iconic townie family is specifically for The Sims 4, it's probably the Goth family. I like their vibes, it's fun. But so I honestly, I didn't I noticed that they looked different, but I had to look it up to be like, wait a minute, did they get an update as well? I guess I just didn't notice that ever happened. But anyway, so like I said, we're making over the Caliente family, and I will say, so I really like how the mom turned out, Katrina. I think she's definitely ended up being my favorite looking sim. So to be honest, the other makeovers, I did my best, but I feel like I'm starting to regret having to keep all of the genetics the same. I think one exception I may start to make for this series is that I gotta give them longer faces. I think I gotta do it because some of the EA sims, I think one issue that I run into with EA sims is they always have such teeny tiny faces. And listen, nothing wrong with a teeny tiny face, but it's when we get to Don, for example, he's this really buff looking dude, but he has this tiny face, and it just makes him it just throws off his it looks a bit odd to me. I don't know, maybe that's just me. To be honest, you know what? I just realized I didn't give Don any facial hair for this makeover. To be honest, I kind of felt like Don was a lost cause. It's funny because I was thinking to myself, isn't he supposed to be attractive? But you'll have to let me know what you think of him. I feel like I did my best, but I eventually at the end, I did go back and just give him a longer face, just ever so slightly. Basically I just made his face a little bit longer. And I feel like it helped a lot because they make such teeny tiny faces, and I'm no, I can't deal with this. I feel like that's the issue that I run into a lot. When I do the random genetics challenge, that happens to me so much where I'm their faces are so small. And listen, it's fine. It's no hate against small faces. I'm not down with small faces or anything like that. No, it's fine. It's just I feel like when they're all like that, it's mix it up a little bit, have a little bit of variety. See with Dina, her face is so teeny tiny, and I just want to extend it a little bit. I'm not necessarily going to do it with every single sim, and I'm not going to get super drastic about it, because for me, this challenge I think is most fun because I'm trying to work kind of similar to the random genetics challenge where I'm like working within the confines of what I already have. So when I do the random genetics challenge, because I am a stickler for the rules, I keep everything the same, you know? I keep like all of the like genetics, they're the same. And I want to do the same thing with EA Townies because once again, I'm a stickler for the rules. So I think I'll only really do it if I feel like it's absolutely necessary, if their look is just like throwing me off and I'm like, okay, I feel like you would really benefit from a longer face. So that's kind of what I'm tempted to do, but I'm only going to do it if I really feel like it's necessary. Otherwise, I like, because the other Sims, I didn't feel bad about it once I feel like the Sim, for example, Dina, she looked fine once I was putting skin details on her. I feel like Dawn is the first Sim that I've had. We're not at him yet, but we will get to that man. We will get to that menace. But he is the first Sim that I've had where I'm like, uh-oh, I feel like my skin details are not enough. And you know what? That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. It's funny. I had an easier time making over Bob pancakes. And honestly, same with what's his face? Goth man. Mortimer Goth. I'm like, what's his name? I mean, I guess in general, I feel like I do have a lot more female CC, so like the female Sims don't tend to be an issue. But like, honestly, I would say if I'm gonna rank my favorite Sims I've made so far, I think Dawn is probably at the bottom. He's at the bottom. To be fair, I've only made 3 different families, but like still, he's not my favorite. Oh, I should do, you know, it would be fun at the very end whenever the end is in sight, because there's so many different EA Townies I could make over potentially, but maybe once I've done over a decent amount, maybe I could do like a ranking of like my favorite makeovers. That could be kind of fun. But yeah, because that would be kind of fun. I think that'd be kind of nice. But yeah, and also I will say, I know that with this family, the Calientes, I know they were quite a bit different in the like different iterations of the game, of like Sims 2 and Sims 3 and all that. Were they in Sims 1? I don't know. I never really played Sims 1, so I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about that. But I just was going off their look in like this version. So I almost wondered after I made them, I'm like, I hope their like style is pretty good, because I kind of went for like kind of flirty vibes, like, you know, cute, a little bit cutesy, but I'm like, I'm like, is that correct though? Is that correct? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but hopefully you guys end up liking the makeovers. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think Katrina, their mom, is my favorite. I was like, I feel like she turned out pretty cool. Like, I like how she looks, and she also looks pretty distinct from any of the Sims that I usually make. Also, I really did try to keep intact some of her, it was hard, but I tried to keep intact some of her like wrinkles. It's hard though, because so many of my skin details just like give you smooth skin. So she has like a bit of forehead wrinkles, but it's not a lot. I know. I felt bad about it, because I'm like, I don't want to like make all my Sims look really, really young and not have any sort of sign of like aging, because that's not really what I'm trying to do here. But so I was trying to intentionally do that. But I did my best. And I will say, for her daughters, for like Nina and Dina, I did try to give them some similar genetics to their mom, because I really like the idea of that, of like, for example, they have the same like eye color as their mom, like the same like eye mask. I gave them the same one. I also gave them the same, like, under the like eyeshadow like makeup category, I have these like eyelid shape overlays where it changes the eyelid look, and I gave them the same one as well. Actually, I really love that one. That's really good. I think that's by, I want to say that's by Obscurus. It's like number, I literally wrote on a sticky note the name of it, because I was like, I'm not going to forget. It's Obscurus Eyelids number 13. They're really pretty. So just in case you care, just in case you want to get them yourselves, if you haven't tried eyelid overlays, highly recommend them. But I will say, for Nina, okay, I was really trying to keep her like, she had like very pink lipstick. I'm gonna be so for real. I wanted to give her pink lipstick. I was like, keep it the same, keep it similar, keep the vibes. But I was like, with the red hair, I was like, it's just a bit much. So I ended up toning down a little bit. But also, you'll have to let me know what you think of this hair. because I thought this hair was like, I couldn't tell if I liked this hair or not. I liked it being like pushed back. It was kind of dramatic, and I felt like that kind of suited these Sims, like kind of like dramatic, like side swept. I don't know if that's the right word, but also I found this necklace. I put the text in Simlish, but there I did find a necklace for her that literally, I picked it specifically because it says Nina on it. Well, there is like an English version. I think I settled on in this video I settled on the English text, but in the screenshots I think I took it with in this version I picked the Simlish text, and then for the version for like screenshots, I think I went back to the Nina necklace because I was like, that's so perfect. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of that hair, because I added like a hairline because I was like, I feel like it needs one, because it's like so far back on her like face, but I was like, hopefully that's good. But yeah, once again, I went for like flirty vibes with their outfits. So hopefully I did them justice. Hopefully I did my best. I was doing my best. And then we are on to my enemy. He is my enemy now, because I really was like, oh, this makeover, maybe it's not that, I think I'm just being dramatic, to be honest. I definitely am being a little bit dramatic. Like, he wasn't that bad. I feel like I've had such a like, I've been doing such a good job up until now with the makeovers. I mean, I was feeling really confident, and then he kind of made me doubt myself. No, when I was making him over, I just was like, once again, I think it really is how like small okay, here's the thing. His face is really small, but his neck is really big. And I'm like, what's that all about? It throws off the proportions in my mind. I'm like, he needs to have a longer face to like go with that, I feel like. Does that make sense? I just think it looks odd, He looks like he has his face like shrunken in. Not to be mean. To be fair though, in canon in The Sims 4, he is trying to pursue the mom and her 2 daughters. So you know what? Maybe he deserves a shrunken in face. He's a creep. I mean, not that Don Lothario in any of the games has ever been a saint, but in this, yeah, that's pretty darn creepy. Yeah, that was definitely a choice. That's a choice. But yeah, so, to be fair, I don't ever have my Sims really romance EA Townies, but I've never picked Don Lothario. He's not the vibes for me. I don't like flirty men. I don't trust them. So yeah, but anyway, I also wasn't sure to pick. I just was like feeling so unsure of myself in this makeover. I by the time I got to this point, I was like, uh-oh. I will say though, the one thing I do think that I did right is I did give him I almost didn't give it to him, but I was like, at this point, just give him some like cheetah print. I was like, you know what? He would. I feel like cheetah print just gives the vibes that Don Lothario has. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this EA Townie refresh video makeover YouTube title things. So anyway, I'll do what I've been doing with all the videos is I have a little before and then a little after, so you can see the dramatic reveal. Wow. Anyway, I feel like I'm in a goofy mood filming this. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other EA Townies you'd like to see me make over, and I'll see you guys in the next video.